Ah, this is just amazing. So, need I even explain about Monster Hunter at this moment? It's probably one of the biggest things right now that Capcom's released. But hey, But today I'm gonna be streaming a few hours and maybe several missions. I'm not sure at the moment. I sent a couple invites to a couple friends, so they might drop by and chat. Who knows? But tonight, there's hunters, and then there's monster hunters. Yeah, I'm also gonna say this. I started up a character anyway. If I want, it's mostly just to speed things up. I could do a new thing, but then again, I'll let you guys decide if any of you do watch this, and if anyone does, please do comment. I'll love to hear comments and everything else. Anyway, let's begin. But don't get me wrong. I will also talk about the game and how it plays and everything else. So, I try not to eat. I really try not to eat when I'm doing this because that's like, to me, the worst sound you ever want to hear whenever you're listening to a video game. A drink is one thing. Chewing and gnawing at food is a whole different story. So, yeah, these load times, aren't they fun? Alrighty, we are. Hidden bell. Alright, just to give you a little heads up. After a little bit, this will be your thing. You'll come from here, after doing a mission or saving. You go over here, and there's your Ecological Researcher guy. He's basically going to tell you how exactly you've hunted these monsters. Oh, I see my voice. Neat. He's going to basically tell you what's... I'll just show you. From a past thing. Basically, for each monster or whatever you hunt, and as you can tell, I've hunted a few recently, and discovered a few myself, the more you find of, like, a certain thing, which I'll do a practice one just to show you, because I'm going after Tobi Kadachi here, so we're going to go with that one. But, the more hunters in it, but the more you've killed off and everything else, not only do you get what monsters you've hunted and how big they've got, what's the biggest you've hunted, you can also capture these things too, just to shake things up. Small one, we got small monsters, big monsters, even these little things. Yeah, what's new with Monster Hunter World is that you can now capture these little things and they can become a little pet for you. It's adorable. You wanted to pet Dung Beetle? You got it. Anyhow, jokes aside, you then go to the Chief Botanist. He is going to be, for veterans of this game, he is basically your plant farmer. So far, I don't know if we have any more boxes I can do for this yet, but I'm still so far in the game at the moment. you can tell, there's a lot of things you can actually, like, do in this game. A lot for this. But basically, I'm going to give you all a rundown of how botany works. First, you choose the item you wish. You either do seeds, herbs, plants, insects, and they begin to cultivate and everything else. I'm gonna do a smoke nut because I'm needing it. Smoke. You dump into this. I do this because there's a certain bug that you only get from here. Here you get to talk with the people. I really do not care. Annie, I see you in those fish. Don't do it. No. Pots, stuff I wish I could use. Aha. Here is your shopkeeper. Basically, it's exactly what you think it is, just like in the original, just like in the others. You come here and you basically buy your baits, any little equipment you need. I just decided to buy fish because why not? There's your chief master there. Okay, just to give you clarification, because I'm just 7 minutes in and I've just rambled. Basically, you're part of the researcher team. No, not researcher team. That's a stupid term. You're right, I should definitely stop while I'm ahead. Recreate my thoughts. So, you are part of the group 5. You just appeared here and everything else. And your job here is to hunt. It is to start exploring the new world. As you can pretty much tell, the new world is kind of big, cool, beautiful. Especially beautiful. Oh, and there's monsters wanting to rip your face off everywhere you want to go, so there's that too. So, on your first trip here, next thing you know, one of the elder dragons decide he's gonna up and wreck your ship, and your excrements too, because let's face it, when something is as massive as, oh, I don't know. See that huge rock? Yeah, it's bigger than that. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up. How's it going, Huntsman?
Hey, you.
Not too bad. Here is your room. There's other entrances all throughout the place, but I'm going to just show you my room. Even though my real room is, well, not really that clean.
Nothing can stop us.
Remember when I told you about those little things? Yeah, you can get them and just release them here to become their little pets. There's your other 2 crewmates right there. They decided to share something with you. There's the swords right there. There's more to it than just that. Oh, that's a new one. Yeah, I haven't been in this room for a while, so this is new. Sht Handler.
Nothing can stop us.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it already. Yes, I'm fangasming, but just... Oh, it's so nice. I gotta admire this. We have our... I have my own aquarium. I have my own Siggy brew. Oh, can I climb up it? Dang it. I love it. There's the thing there. There's a bed right there. You outdid yourself, housekeeper. All right, just like in Monster Hunter 4 and 3, you can send out palicos, which is what Andy and this little kitten here is, and they will actually help you hunt and not really hunt. They will actually, in essence, they are gonna go out there, gather their own things. So basically, you're just micromanaging your own little tiny crew. It's awesome. So basically, from what you've seen, I already sent one out, but I'm gonna do 5 quests. Once I do that, they're gonna gather certain things from there, and they're gonna go out there, grab a few items and everything, and come back. So I visited with this little kitten, or I go to the research center, which is another place I'm gonna show you a little bit in just a little bit, and I get to do it there. Move to another room. I am not going back to the living quarters. I got my place here. And the training area as well. You know what, I'll just show you. It's nothing really extravagant. It's just basically for, to me, the first place you need to go. Because what you need to learn is that Monster Hunter is not going to really teach you the combos and everything else. You learn everything from doing this. Because yes, this is what this is. It is literally a training area for you. The weapons I have are the dual blades. They're a fun little weapon just to go all out and everything else. But with some added fun. But first, I'm gonna show you a couple combos. That's your first one. Yeah, these things are quick, and the damage you can get out with these things are just phenomenal. But yeah, they're quick. They're about quick and not quick and easy. That's a wrong term. Up. There we go. They are very quick. I describe it as they aren't. They are a very quick weapon that what they need to be is Sorry. I know. I talk about video games. Ain't that fun? They're high output damage. They have little numbers here, but basically, these will actually add up when you deal off with a big-ass monster that's trying to eat you. You can't guard or anything else, but you notice that R2 button? Yes! Oh, I'm sorry, folks, but just... Yeah, that's what makes the Twin Blade so good. Once you pop Demon, you just rack up that damage. And if you know how to do a perfect combo, you are just going to be able to just go into town and go into any monster and just rip them a new one. And I know that certain people like Fighting Cowboy and what's his name with the side of salt, the guy who does the side of salt videos. If you do check those videos out, they are not only fun, but I'm also supporting any YouTuber that talks about a lot of games I like in an actual positive light and not just sheer negativity. They do bring out one. Hello? That's weird. Oh god, no. I don't know who you are, but... Hi. Okay, and somebody I don't know. And actually that is kind of scary. Anyhow, despite that. Sorry, I had to regain my thoughts there for a second. If not, I'm going straight to offline. You rack up the damage with demon mode, and yeah, that's how you basically get into fights like that.
You can use the item box to manage your inventory.
Sht Handler. What I prefer to use is either the twin swords, the bow, or of course, the longsword. Longsword has a different moveset. Nope. Again, there is no defensive things, capabilities, or anything else. But you can but knowing how to foresight, if you know how to move around your opponent, not only your opponent, your monster you're going after, you can rack up the damage pretty well. The sword meter right below the sharpness, which is that green thing right there, will allow you to pretty much begin using what's called the Spirit's Blade. A highly damaging ability that this sword only has, and let's just say those results can speak for themselves because of each successful little Spirit Blade you do. As you can tell by the now green light, the more damage output you can do. Also, for returning veterans, just to give you a little bit of happy thoughts here, things like wheatstones, the barbecue spit, or whatever, are now all unlimited. This is what I'd like to have. And I know there's also one other thing to talk about with this game too. The casualization, as it's called. And it's not really a problem, folks. Yeah, a lot of things have become simplified. But then again, it's not really a problem. It's not really a problem here. It still keeps the combat flowing, and yeah, while some veterans do not like it, a lot of people from what I've read have actually become open-armed and are actually, well, accepting of it. And really, is that so hard to ask? But anyhow, yeah. Just to give you a gist of it all, yeah, I really can't show you just being here, but if you want to practice your weapons and everything else, I highly recommend to go to the training grounds. like I said, they'll give you like a little snippet about what your weapon is, but really that's all it's gonna do. So far, none of my buddies have called back. Yes, we get it.
Nothing
You
can
want me
stop
to
us.
go do it, but not yet. But yeah, this is your companion, your Palico. You can customize it however he or she, it depends on your preference, would like. Me, I upgraded her with all Rathian stuff because, let's face it, she looks so adorable. Aren't you? Aren't you a little poisonous thing that loves to hurt my enemies? Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Sorry. So yeah, that's just I haven't really showed you all the places. I apologize. 20 minutes and I'm just telling you about the plot and everything else. But basically the plot can be summed up like this. You're hunting the big elder dragon, you're gonna go across the lands, and really that's what it basically is. You're going around curtaining everything, killing every little thing that you can to upgrade your stuff, upgrade
Nothing
you,
can stop us.
and everywhere around you just to have fun. And really, is that so hard to ask? Anyhow, let's go to the next part to talk about. Good for you! Just good for you. And I have somebody I don't know commenting.
Oh!
Nope, he's not.
Well now.
So I'm gonna ask this. How long have you been hearing that? Like, real no joke or anything else? Yeah. So there's that. I just now discovered. Great. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna have to do this part. The only reason why is mostly so I don't get interrupted. It's not that I don't like doing that, but him just appearing out of nowhere and just threw me through a loop. Unlike another Let's Play thing we've been doing over there on Zeramon's channel, also known as Wolf Gaming. Shameless plug is shameless. Where we actually comment and we're actually discussing everything else and having fun like that, which again is a completely different thing when it's not a complete and total stranger.
Nothing can stop us.
If one of my buddies do appear, and I'm sure they're not gonna, but you never know, I'll go back to an online session, go join them, and we'll have fun with that. It's just with random people, that's a different story. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, how would you feel if somebody just came up to your stream and just said, "I have a blowhorn"? And also sound like a complete and total troll. Not fun. Anyhow, back to this. Next part is the Smithy. He's gonna, you keep talking to him, he's gonna forge and upgrade your stuff. You can also do it with pallet codes, and you can customize a lot of your equipment here. You can buy certain items and weapons from her, and that's not really a good idea if you really think about it. Because a lot of the upgraded stuff that you want is through him, and she only gives you like the bare minimum. She can be upgraded to have better stuff, but that's later on in the game. Here we have the canteen, aka your food place. Oh my god, that looks delicious. Can I get a close up on that? Gotta go over here. Yeah. Close to the fire. It burns! I don't know why I did that again. So we have, oh wow, some delicious looking steaks right here. A nice big old roast, which just looks downright appetizing. I bet it must be hot. You're blowing wind and everything else into the hot fire and coal. Shock your face doesn't turn to ash. That soup looks good. I know, like in Final Fantasy, what was it, 14, I mean? One of Noctis's buddies can actually, like, make these delicious meals, and then I'm just seeing this, and I'm thinking to myself, he would have a heyday here. Ignis, that's his name, I believe. Again, I've not played the game played the games. I may later on. Also, yeah, here's your item stuff, where like if you have any excess you can dump into here, because yeah, this item pouch here is how much items you can carry. This also means when you're gathering things and all that, you're gonna take some certain liberties and take only certain ones. But first, let's eat. You can actually give this feline guy like a lot of food, either food or certain things you've cut off, hides or whichever. And at certain points, you get like what I showed you, little pieces of meat or stuff like that. It definitely helps when you don't want to cook. just to show how funny this is, let's order a meal. Oh god, that looks so delicious. Even though that cat looks like he could kill me. I ordered the vegetables. Oh well, I don't care. Nah. But yeah, this is what you get, a temporary boost. The boost will only last for so long. Basically, after your first death, the boost goes away. And here is the the handler, aka your guild girl. You get to post quests, join quests, and all that fun stuff. Also go back to online sessions, but as we can tell from that, as we can tell from a certain invader that just talked to us and decided he's gonna make fun of me, it's not warranted if you're trying to do a live stream. Apparently that's what I get for doing a public channel. Great. Gotta see how much I can upgrade with this. But yeah, unlike the other games, unlike the other Monster Hunter games, you can actually see like which certain like creatures you've killed off and everything else can be upgraded into your new weapon of badassery. Like for example, but basically the gist is they usually come from one of two different places, or three now. So far, there's the ore tree, which is with this one, the iron katana. You can buy from her, or it's gonna be your starting weapon. The bone, which is one you have to buy from her, and the new one, which you can buy too, the dragon bone. As you can tell, they all have their own little. They have their own little things that you can use with. Also, a quick rundown on the weapons, because I'm going to do this real fast so I can begin a hunt. The Switchblade. Defensive capabilities, strong sweeping attacks, can turn into a giant axe and release elemental damage. A good medium weapon, basically what I give it. For those who want to get in there and also do a lot of damage to a person, but be careful when you're playing with multiplayer, they will swipe at the other opponent by accident. Blooming Blade. This is basically raw damage, but with slow speeds. You're basically going in all Leroy Jenkins and smashing people with a huge hunk of iron. But definitely suitable for anybody who decides they're just gonna grab the thing and just start hacking away. This is definitely a weapon for you if you're just beginning. Longsword, as I said, spelled spear gauge, you kill anything in sight. For new players, try out one of these. These are the sword and shield. They're quick, fast, and you can get in and out of a target's range very quickly. They're also combo heavy, so basically, you go in there, you hack and slash at the thing, you can get out there, and if you have an element, like my weapons here, if you see by the element water there, it basically is a high elemental thing, which means any weapon that's very fast is very good to use. But as you can tell, you can also do it with certain other heavier weapons, but sometimes even the throes of battle, you'll want more damage output than elemental damage. Twin Blades. You go in, you go crazy, you have fun. Enough said. The Hammer. Basically, Reinhardt's weapon of choice, and it's just as effective here. You pretty much smash people's faces like they're nothing but pancake mix, and then you get out and then you just not even hack away, you just smash your problems away. Hunting horn. I don't like the hunting horn, but it's a support weapon. I know people are gonna comment if I don't. Basically, it's a support weapon where you use certain combo attacks, like your one move would be like a sweep or something like that, and you do certain combos with it. And as you can tell by the notes, the different notes you play, the different effect you get. Some can be a stat boost, a health regen, or there is a chance you can get something else. I really don't use it. Weapon I used to use a lot is the lance. I go all katana desu now, but basically a lance is basically your heavy defense weapon here. Use that shield to defend, and just like in Dark Souls, you can actually counter poke. You grab onto the lance and you just wait for your opening. You're going in for counter attacks. But as well, there's a charge attack that allows you to just go straight on forward like you're a rampaging warthog and just go into town like that. There's also counter thrusts and everything else in between there to mix it up and become a really good defensive weapon. Unlike its counterpart, the gun lance. Well, if I told you it is basically the lance, but has not only a better range because you actually have a firearm attached to it now, and you can fire away from longer, shorter ranges. Oh, and you can unleash a freaking final flash from that thing. Sold? Oh, I was too. But like I said though, its defenses is less than the lances, but you're trading defense for offense, which is sometimes not too bad. The switch axe. It starts out as an axe, then transforms into a sword to do higher damage output. Basically, what I said about the demon mode on sworn rapiers, but it switches up with these and actually becomes a lot faster. Unlike something like, say, the switchblade, which starts out fast and turns into something slower. That's basically the key here. While some will actually be slower, the damage output outweighs the slowness. So there's a lot of different ones. But how I'd rank them is, I'll first talk about the other two first. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. This here is what is known as the insect glaive. I know it's only iron, but bear with me. Basically, this thing it allows you to go into speedy attacks and everything else, and while you're doing very less damage. What the best part about it is how fast it is. I mean it. You can go all Sonic the Hedgehog up in here with all this. Not even that. You can go Devil May Cry with some of the combos you can actually do. You can leap into the air, swing around, become a Beyblade of Death, and pretty much allow you to get onto the monster a lot easier. Anywho. Also, they also have these. These things are the main thing for you. These are your main thing for them. These are your insects that you can actually use, upgrade, and make them become a whole lot different. You upgrade them here at the Smithy, but I haven't done that because I've not used the insect glaive here. But in my prior knowledge, these little things will allow you to like throw into the monster, and it comes back and it gives you a little temporary stat boost also. So if you already stacked up on a canteen boost on top of this, you're looking at a lot more damage output. Next one, this is a heavy one. This is the. I apologize. There's two different bow guns. Yeah, spoil worm. You have your heavy and you have your small. Your small will allow you to go in and out of combat. This one will basically allow you to go in and rapid fire into a lot of things with pure deadly accuracy and submission. While the heavy is basically what it is. It's a heavy hitting weapon that either allows you to either rapid fire like a machine gun of death like your Rambo, or snipe at somebody like your Yoko Littner. However, what I know, the mini gun here, light bow gun, allows you to place mines and certain other things, but I've not choose these two. So the last weapon, the weapon I used, and I'm probably gonna main, is the bow. Oh, the bow. So, tell me, was it your fantasy to pretty much have that girl from Dawn Event Zero Horizon? I think that's the name of it. I apologize. I know the names. It's been a long day, and I'm streaming at midnight. Not a good idea. And you pretty much want to just rain down vengeance and death on your monsters? There's a weapon for that. So yeah, now I've wasted your time. Let's begin some hunts so we can actually talk about this. And I know, you're probably all saying, finally, So, we go on to a quest. Like I said, we're gonna hunt... Yeah, here's the thing. During certain story missions, which is what these things right here are called, assigned missions, once you do them, there's no going back. On the plus side, the optional ones are, sadly... Oh, you can do the optional ones multiple times. I apologize. But yeah, once you do the regular missions, it's kind of... that's it. You can do investigations too to build up points and everything else, which is what I'm going to do here. But here's a genuine gist of it. Once you begin this, it loads up the mission. And since we've already started up and everything else, it loads up the quest, and once we are, we can begin the hunt. I'm going to switch into the bow. I'm gonna go with the hunter bow here. Well, probably not a good idea, as I'll explain a little bit later, but... Also, just to give you a little heads up, yes, you can actually upgrade armor that you create also at the blacksmith. And also, the blacksmith is right there, so there isn't no Markiplier going, "Where is the blacksmith?" Oh, right, I almost forgot. So, as well as for all the veteran hunters also, you don't have to equip certain things now to get like the special little boost that you get from each armor piece. You actually get the armor piece just as is, and you can actually add decorations to it to further boost it. But enough about me talking. Let's talk about the real reason why you're here. To hunt monsters. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about this, and we're gonna begin the real hunting. I apologize for my ramblings and everything else. I know what you're all here for. I know what I was here for. Let's begin the hunt. Although what I should have done was grab things I needed. Well, damn. Oh well. Maybe it won't be too bad. Or maybe it will. But basically, here's where that research center comes into play. You track your monster just like a regular old tracker will, by gathering up their footprints and everything else and following the trail. This will basically lead you to where your monster is, and you're gonna hunt it just like, aha. Oops. And I'll show you why I love this thing. I'm gonna be quiet and I'm just gonna hunt it. Hey! Let me hunt you! Oh, right. There's a new thing called a slinger you can now use, which is basically you can now throw projectiles and everything else to either distract the enemy, to hit things with a little for small damage. It's fun. Excuse me. Now then, nice, just, and you can also get their attention. But yeah, here's why I like this weapon. You don't really have to get like all up and close on him. But it's basically it's a mobile thing. It's a mobile like attack set. Go. Oh, what you just saw was my Palico once you deal with a certain side quest, because your Palicos can actually really be useful here. Allows you to have these friends with monsters and other Palicos. But yeah, the biggest thing about this is the the biggest and greatest thing about the bow is this. If you see me like turn these things on and off, these are coatings. The coatings are basically exactly what I said. Oh wow, this is just really good already. What coatings do is basically it gives you an upgraded attack boost or status elements, which are very useful in these long-term games, especially if you're going for the hunt and one for a quick kill, which is what I'm doing for this thing. I honestly did not mean for it to be like done with just using a red pit. But that is just so awesome! But after you kill a large monster or any monster, you get to carve out its hide and all this fun. And you get whatever it is you want here. Which all annoy me. Here's another reason why I like it. You can rain death on people. Or monsters. Doesn't really matter. Hey, come here. I want to shoot you. Fine. Be like that. Also, you can accidentally hit your Palico buddies, but it's not really a problem. Even though PETA will be really on you. Anyhow, another thing to note is, like, yeah, as you can tell by this, stamina is basically how long you can just run. How much you can run, and for a bow, it's gonna be basically how long you can hold this charge attack for. And there's basically, if I can pull it out, there are several different like types of notches on it. There's your regular. You can charge it up for level 2, or you can charge it up for a level 3. Level 3 will basically drain your stamina a whole lot faster, but at the opposite of having high damage output. Gonna take off the coating. But among this, you basically are heavy, as you can probably tell. There are certain attacks you can do with the bow that are very useful against the monsters. Whether it be a quick fire triple spray with a quick shot, and then go into a combo with the arc shot, which pretty much rains down pellets and everything else onto your monster. You can do coatings, and I'm gonna show off why you're basically running this thing to do high damage output for fun. So let's find it first. Oh, green dots. This game has taught me green dots is really good. So basically, you reenact George of the Jungle to find out the littlest little things here. I know, I can speak really great. And yes, just to answer your question, I do speak perfect English, even though I sound like I don't. I was born and raised in America. Born and raised in America, and I live here in Illinois. Yeah. We have fun here. Anyhow. Ooh. If you find these little guys here, equip your capture net. Because not only now do you have a new pet, but you also get little points for doing it too. Now, remember when I said that your pal could gain certain things by talking with other ones? Well, your Palico will talk to another Palico, and you'll have basically a for real friends party here. You're also going to be looking around for not only mining outcrops, which is these. These are basically where all your ores are, and they are definitely going to be useful. Spider webs, anything you can get your hands on, it is a good idea to get your hands on a lot of these things. Also, keep your eye out for bugs and every little hidden secrets here, because this game is full of those. There's hidden little areas you can actually go into to get into more mining outposts, insect things, even that. There is a way to get up there, but I don't remember right off. Right. I'm going to basically stop talking so we can begin the hunt. I apologize. Not really. But as you can probably tell, Yeah, it's fun to use this bow on bigger enemies. So where can I find a bigger enemy? But yeah, all around here you can find little berries or plants to grab. And that's another thing that's definitely changed from like the older games, because, and yes, even getting poop is a good thing. Usually you're like right there and you're like, where is this? I gotta search around. Now it's just like you go up to an item and you just grab it. But all around you can find either vigor wasps, which are those things. Like certain little red ones like this. Like that thing. That's what you can also hit it. And it'll do an environmental damage like thing. But yeah, let's go hunt on this next one. Basically, you fill up this thing and you're able to track this thing a whole lot easier once you rank up the levels. Once you rank up the levels and everything else. And what you see now with these green little things, these are your scout flies. They are brand new to the game. Because back in the day, you had to pretty much look for monsters and everything else by... You have to look for... You find the monster, then you use a paintball, which is basically a big old coating thing that just... Once you hit the monster, you basically can follow it all around before it disappears. Here, the monsters don't leave as... They aren't as bad. Oh, trust me, I have fallen off many times at that. And it's not fun. Anyhow, back to this. With the paint stuff, now with the new introduction of these scout flies, which is something I really hope they do not get rid of. You can now hunt around and they are basically your constant source of tracking a monster. And the more you track, the better you are. Oh, wanna see something cool? Oh, I don't have a thing I can do. But there's our next target. Yeah, in this game, it's a lot more different than it is a lot more different than past games. Because now, these monsters will attack not only you, but other monsters if they're anywhere near their territory. What I was going to do was basically have these guys have a turf war. When a turf war happens, then the monsters will basically attack each other. Alright, now we begin to the real fun. Yes, you're facing off against a lightning lizard snake. He is quick, he is agile, but so are you. Ow. Yeah, this thing will love to... Monsters will love to remind you how big they are compared to you. Basically, with any other game... Ow! I'm trying to explain, like in any other game... if you're kind of screwed and don't want anyone to find you, you can use this, a sneak mechanic. But once they spot you, you better run like hell. Aha! There we go. As you can tell, these things don't like each other, and they will actually attack each other. And some of them are like, I don't want to deal with you, bro. Hunt this thing. I know it didn't do much, but hey, why not? This is the poo-poo. This poison, this friggin' thing, the annoying thing is that it does poison. I don't like it. Poison in this game is just as annoying as it is in Dark Souls 2. I keep saying Dark Souls, but hey, it's a game series I do love, and it does have some points you can actually explain. So remember that this little thing, the triangle circle? Hey! Did I? No. You can spit at it. No! This is what's known as the dragon tooth. Does heavy damage, but it has an insane build-up. So yeah, another thing that makes the power codes in this game so useful. Say you want to get, they're basically going to help you in any way they can. Whether it be to help trap the beast or stuff these little things called the bigger water sprays, which basically gives you more health. And more fun with this, I can get him over here. That's right, come on. That's it, a little bit closer. Up. I hate this. I wanted to show something cool. But basically, I was gonna do this. Thank you, kitten.
You're paralyzed. You'll have to wait for it to wear off. Not that you have a choice.
Yeah, as you can tell, being paralyzed is not fun either. But they can this helps you out immensely. Screw it. Let's go after the Kobayashi. Piggy! Hello, Piggy! All I say is this. Pork! Give me that ass! I want my bacon. Die so I can have my bacon! It's bacon! Can you see why Zeramon always brings me around? Direct it. Oh crap, the time limit. Yeah, with certain missions I nearly forgot. You gotta hunt really fast. hit by a lot of guys attack. Hold still. No correct. Can you see why this bow can be really deadly? You can spam this thing while having a really bad charge time. It just murders. As you can tell, he is nearly dead now. That's how good this weapon can be. It has high damage output and everything else. Pay no attention to that. Okay, once it gets to its level, yes, I'm living with somebody so he decides to play. He takes a little nap. How cute. Yeah, it tries to sleep and regain a lot of health. Let's break it out, shall we? It's 3 p.m. Get your ass up. No sleeping on here. No sleeping on jump. Oh, great. Super safe. Different pods. Let me try to see if I can pull out one. Let's see if you get to a high elevation. Oh! Next round. So as you can tell, there's a lot to learn in this game, but it's highly rewarding to get. It's highly rewarding if you can learn a lot of movesets and everything else in the game, and also upgrade certain weapons you do like, because the damage output can rank up to just amazing levels. Also, in the radar, you can see over here with the little white symbols there. Basically, they will help you out in your thing. They'll help you capture big monsters, or they'll even help you out in your quest, just like the little headhunter there. I nearly forgot about the time limit. I can't believe. The 7 minutes to spare. But yeah, after each quest, you get a reward. If you do a certain thing, you get bonus rewards. And those rewards and everything else will help you build up your thing, how powerful you can be. Alright. You can actually level up your Palico, level up how effective they are, how effective its equipment are. Because yes, Palico's going to be equipped with gadgets, which will definitely help you out in the long run. Whether it be from a flashbug spray to, which is what you see them, not flashbug, bigger spray. Two flashbugs, which will help stun these things.
Nothing can stop us.
But yeah, also, another new for this is that you can actually hear English voice acting, which is not too bad.
Try hard,
English or Japanese, I'm sure, wherever continent, wherever game you got it, it's got its language for you. But yeah, as I said before, the more you level up, the more scout flies are able to find your monster. Be able to more points once you kill the monster. Once you discover all its weak points and all that. But also it'll show up in all the destination as a map. Since I did, as you can tell here, the Great Jaguar so many times, I can actually see where it's at once I find its track and everything else. But yeah, once it's like here, you also see the rewards once you break off their things. Break off their certain parts. Like for example, if you break off the head, you get the electrode. If you break off its back, you can get the pelt, etc., etc. The botanist is just finished, so that means we get that. Now, one other thing. These three are basically your townsfolk upgrade, your city upgrade place. You talk with one of them, and they'll bring you up to one of these. You can either register a bounty, which is basically you're looking at these things and you complete certain tasks at a certain time limit. Don't ask me about the silver Wyverian, golden Wyverian, first Wyverian prince, because that's new for me. I'd have to look into that. But each one has their own little complete thing you can do. And these requests can actually be pretty useful. You gain more research points and just a lot more fun stuff with that. You can manage investigations, which is what I did, which you can actually get more points, more money, and everything else, and a chance to get certain loot drops. And finally, deliveries. If you have certain items that you have, or something you need to get, and you ask somebody what they need from you, and you have the items, you can turn it in and you get rewards for it. Whether it be build up your town or just build up your town, new places you can go for. As you can tell from here, foods you can grab, a whole lot of things. So, like for example, there is now a catalyst you can use for fertilizer. And this that is the forklift. I think Well, look at that. We're actually going to the research area. We go out here to depart an expedition. There are certain parts all over the place, from the high grounds, the ancient forest where we were at, the Rotten Vale, which I'll probably get to later, and the Wild Spire. So good thing. Expeditions are actually a good thing to look at here. Because at certain times, there are certain monsters that will appear here that than others. And also, when you die once, when you die certain times, yeah, it's not going to affect your prize money or anything else. You're just there to hunt these things to get certain drops or flourishing points or what have you. But where we were at, going to the research base. This unlocks once you complete a lot of quests here. But basically, it's like it says on the tin. This is where they help research on certain items or all that. Certain facilities start opening up here, and etc. etc.
Nothing can stop us.
Now then, let's find provision stock. Provision stock. No stock guy. Definitely useful to buy coatings that are helpful for your bow or anything else.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of masters in this game, and I don't know why. But why does she look cuter than Zelda? I don't know if it's because she's actually smoking up a pipe there. The fact she's Elven. I don't know, but she's kind of cute. No, it said we unlocked something. Ah. Yeah, once you complete certain quests, you can come back here and get, like I said, get more. You can get more as long as you continue to complete quests. But yeah, also while you're hunting, you can actually find certain felines that actually belong to other players.
Greetings.
Let's no.
I know you can help me out.
Yeah, can you tell me where the rope lift is? I said the guy that had. Yeah, another thing. If you aren't... Gathering hub for multiplayer is you're gonna wait there, and that's where other players can actually come along, and you can bring them along, and go on missions together. Simple and easy.
Nothing can stop us. Hey.
Huh. Item box.
Oh, hello.
I'm sure eventually that thing is going to show up. But basically you can do fun stuff like drink. Like crazy. I always did like a lot of the stuff with Monster Hunter just for how fun it can be. And just like some of my family members after too many, this happens. Look at him, he just doesn't care. Ah well. You can also get a canteen here. That's all I think I can show. That's all I can think of now. If one of my buddies did show up, I would have then like, I would have showed off like squad combo, like squad team stuff, but oh well. I think I'll stop the installment here, because let's face it, it's late and I bet just became the most boring YouTuber on the planet. I swear to you, next time though, the next time I stream, I'm gonna be a lot better at this one. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have all a wonderful night.